Annoying.
Stewart?
It's not, but it
is.
No, I think it is actually, because I remember seeing a thing where it was like Kristen Stewart breaks down all her roles. And she's like, the first thing I was ever in is I was like a background actor. I swear to God.
That was Kristen
It is her, right? Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, I watched a video about it.
Christian Fountain Line.
I can't believe you just spotted.
That's her.
Damn, I'm
She's so recognizable. Yeah.
It baffles even me
You know-
sometimes.
Do you feel a little weird, Jake?
About what?
Just being in your 13th year?
Feeling kind of weird in my 13th year.
You know, that movie was maybe going to be like an 8 or 9, that song.
Yeah, I took it
I'm
down.
just kidding.
If we hadn't watched the credits,
We
it
would
would've
I'm
never
been-
so
know.
happy
It would've been
that
so
they
good.
didn't
We
put
would've
it
never
in
known.
the actual movie.
Dude,
Yeah,
that would have
that was
been
rough.
that would have been crazy.
The Disney guys sat down and were like, "Where can we put this song?" And the credits for sure.
Yeah, just put it at the
Put it
at
down.
the part nobody's gonna
Yeah,
watch.
and you know the band that made it, they were like, I can't wait to
This
hear
is our big
song
break.
in the movie. And
It's our
then-
big break. We're in a
Oh.
Disney movie.
That'd be too sad. I want to believe that that's not what they felt.
No,
like.
probably not.
I wrote some stuff down
Mm-hmm.
for this.
Nice.
Now I'm glad that this one. I feel like this one holds up
I agree.
in a way that, like Xenon, for example,
was
honestly, even
terrible.
Halloween Town just did not. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Couple things here.
Sure.
Let's start with this.
Okay.
Because
You literally have a couple.
I got
things
two.
down.
I got two.
Two
little
things.
That's a
things. I
couple.
got two small things.
That is a couple.
So they Dave Coulier and his wife find this baby on a boat,
Yep.
and they just take him.
Yeah,
Should put him on the firehouse steps.
but they wanted a baby. She wanted
that-
a
Dude,
kid.
just
which is
because I
also
want a fucking car,
Well, here's the
brand
thing.
new car
Here's the
doesn't mean
thing.
I'm gonna go take
They
it.
went
if
to the
it's sitting out
police.
there.
She literally said they went to the police and asked, like, if anybody report, like, if they find a missing baby, what are
Yeah,
they
that's
gonna do?
fair.
What are they gonna do? Put it in a foster home anyway? Like, just let these people who have a nice house just be the foster parents instead of sending it into like foster home.
What?
It's the same thing. I feel like.
But what's the? I guess I'm just wondering, like, what's the legal process of this then? Because this
They
is
probably
the thing
just
that
have to
always
get like
kinda,
adoption papers and shit.
That can be a lot for people, though, as far as I know. And this kid has no documentation. It's a random baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has no social security
documentation.
card.
Yeah.
So it's exactly. He's got nothing.
Then they give you one. You don't like if you have a baby at home, like if you gave birth at home, you have to go to a hospital with your baby and be like, I gave birth to this baby at home. It needs paperwork. You know what I mean? Like they could have just, they didn't.
Did that.
They could have just taken it in and been like, I just gave birth to this baby at home. Like,
That would
can I have
pretty
some
crazy.
paperwork for it? You know?
Right. Interesting. Okay. Because I'm thinking about like this is the same thing that always kind of bothered me with like Superman.
Yeah.
Right, like they just find that baby and
Yeah,
now they
yeah.
have a baby. Like, where do they get all that? But okay, that kind of
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they went to the police first, I just can't
Yeah.
believe that they'd be allowed to hold on to this kid the whole.
To
Maybe-
be like, why
maybe
we
they-
gotta find this
Maybe they
fucking
weren't
kid's
immediately,
parents.
you know. That's just like it's all that stuff that's like would have been boring if they like included it. I feel like
Should
so it's like
yes, I guess that's true.
The legal process.
Yeah.
because
Well,
it's
you know.
like you know
Yeah,
If you
who
have a
cares? Let's just
nice
watch this
enough
kid turn into
house,
a
like-
fish.
Yeah. It's not She-Hulk. They would have spent a lot of episodes on the whole
Dude,
the
please
whole
don't
show
do
would have
it.
been about that.
Listen, the last two episodes I watched of that show were the Daredevil episode when he came, and the one where you told me to watch tonight's episode and watch the credits, and it was She-Hulk and
For
Meg the Stallion fucking tworking, and I haven't.
you haven't watched. You didn't watch the rest of it.
No, I skipped like 3 episodes, watched
funny.
Daredevil, and then missed the ending of the show.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I think at the show end, she like goes to a wedding, and she's like, "Oh, I'm She-Hulk, and I'm lonely," and she gets like drunk at a wedding, and it kind of stinks. I still like She-Hulk though. I might get my hands on a She-Hulk #1 soon.
Well, you like the show or the character?
I like the character.
Okay.
The show is, it's so sad how bad it was.
It was It was one of the worst things I've ever watched. I watched the first season of 13 Reasons Why.
Right.
And you.
The ending was better.
still not as bad as
You imagine? Well, 13. Well,
That show was really bad
put
too,
Cody
though.
in that world. Who knows what could happen?
Put Jess in that world.
Oh,
Oof.
Jess. That damn smile, Jess. That's how it always starts.
Oh God,
What
I
an
actually just
absolute
saved this on
legend.
my
that's
phone.
really funny.
What do you got?
Oh my. Oh, let's scroll all the way down. Where is it? Oh no. Oh no, there it is.
That's from the show.
Yeah, it's
What
the
is-
ending.
Is that when she kills herself?
It is.
Oh,
But I thought
okay.
She
Well,
cuts
they
her
don't
wrist in
kill
the
her-
bathtub.
But they don't show it till the end.
It's very graphic. It was very
Sure.
graphic.
Yeah,
you-
people
I've-
were people were really upset about it.
Yeah.
I've heard.
And
you
then there was
talk a
another,
lot.
I think in the next season, a kid got a broom shoved up his asshole.
Yeah,
And that was super graphic too.
yeah.
That's crazy.
And they actually had to, Netflix removed it.
Yeah, I
that
believe
whole
that.
scene. Because of how bad it
Yeah,
was.
people were really mad. Like,
It was a bad show. Don't recommend.
Yeah.
Well, I'm logged on Netflix now anyway.
yeah, it doesn't matter.
But, yeah, I don't think Jess would do too well in that world.
No, but you know what? Maybe he would.
You think?
Well, here's the thing.
He'd
I
be
mean,
like Clay?
if you asked Jess, he would also tell you, "Oh, I do terribly in that world." But that's the thing about Jess is he always puts himself
He's
down.
self-aware.
But
He's
pretty,
adaptable.
But he's pretty. I don't think he's self-aware. I think he's just putting himself down when in reality he's a pretty capable kid and he's
Yeah.
a smart dude. He knows about marine biology and stuff. He spends a little too much time on that shit, but
He does want
It's
to fuck
something.
a mermaid, though.
Yeah.
Him and his dad.
it runs in the family.
Because he's not like angry. Like there's a lot of the Gilberts in these movies that they're so angry, and it's like, and they're just gonna stay angry forever.
And they're
But the kids
wow.
like Jess, you know,
He's a little happy.
he's still
you
out
know.
there doing it anyway. He doesn't
Yeah.
care.
You're right.
He's not mad at anybody. He was talking about how Cody used to like pick on him, and he's like, but now we're like best friends.
Yeah.
Hey man, he moved on
And he bullied the shit out of him, and they invited him to his birthday party, and just showed up with a gift.
with a gift.
And he
What a
knew
great
that kid
guy.
was an asshole to him.
Yeah, that's right. He's like, you know what? Jess is going to be the
He
bigger
extended
person
the olive
here.
branch,
He really
man.
did. He really did. And that's the thing about Jess. I think from studying his tide pools or whatever, he has, I mean, I think I said it, he's wise beyond his years.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of, he realizes that people can change and circumstances change,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody's ever really done growing. And I think that's kind of the point of this whole movie.
I think it was just about Fish Boy.
I think it might have been a little more to the story.
I feel like he didn't need to go away for the whole summer.
To become a mermaid at the
Yeah.
end like that?
If he's not going away for, I felt like it had to be a 1 or 2 way street there.
I
You
feel
know?
like the thing that he mentioned at the end was like, if he didn't like fully get in the water for a long time, he would never fully. He would just be like.
He needs to spend like 3 months in there though.
That's what he says. He's like, only my mom can help me fully transform or whatever.
Sure. Well,
But like, how is that going to change? Like,
But
if
then
he
I-
wants to come back to land, isn't he just going to be a mess again?
I think that it's sort of like if they're on dry land long enough, they go back to having legs.
right, it's like Splash
Really?
Rules. You ever see the
I
movie
I
Splash
think-
with
No.
Tom Hanks? It's basically the
That's
same
the
thing.
impression I got.
There's in the movie Splash, which is a great movie. There's a mermaid, and she only has the tail when she gets wet, which is kind of the same thing as this.
And that's
obviously.
what happens
Yeah.
in H2O.
Oh fuck.
The girls.
it's classic mermaid
okay.
law, huh?
Show.
Yeah. So apparently that's just general mermaid
Just
lore.
yeah.
So, but I think especially because this is Cody's like first change,
Yeah.
that like it,
She's got to spend
Like
a long
puberty,
time.
yeah.
Is
It's
it?
Yeah,
like
it's-
kind of, it's like a.
it literally is. The whole thing is a metaphor for puberty, which is why I think we're hitting our stride here with this
In
one.
Disney movies.
Yeah. Because I mean, we've said it from the beginning. Like this is kind of the thing we were looking forward to, was like some classic '90s high school like shittiness and some supernatural stuff.
And a little bit of hijinks.
A little bit of hijinks, baby.
know?
That's all we're
You
looking
know?
for. Yeah. Give the people what they want.
What was the second thing you had written down?
Oh, the second thing I had written down was Cody's parents, they obviously see something's going on with him. What would you do if your kids had superpowers? If all of a sudden your
right.
kids, if you were one of the parents in this situation, because it's pretty easy to put yourself in like Cody's position, because
Yeah.
we all want to be the main character. We all want to be.
I would let him
Whatever.
be a superhero for
100%.
sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Go
care.
do right, man.
Whatever.
I'll be the Aunt May.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I'd be. She's cool. Everybody wants to be Aunt May.
Yeah, I'd be the Aunt May. I don't care.
I've never wanted to be Aunt May once in my life. I
Depends
mean,
which
she's
Aunt May
cool.
you're talking. Not the old lady.
She's a great
one.
character.
The old lady one might be the best Aunt May.
I like her, but like,
The one from Spider-Man 2 is the best Aunt May.
who's the?
Yeah. Marissa Tomei
Yeah.
is the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's cool.
She hated being Aunt May. Did you read that?
Really?
No.
Yeah, she
No.
hated it. She was like, I asked them to
sucks.
kill me off.
Oh my god.
Damn.
She hated it so much. She's like,
That's weird.
because she's like 60.
Is she really?
She's like close to 60, and she's like,
Mm.
I don't want to play moms. Like, dude, what else can
Well.
you play?
Sorry, Marissa Tomei.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't know.
Well, she's a great actress, though.
She is
No
a great
disrespect.
actress, 100%.
Sure.
Yeah.
And she's very
Respect
good in
to the
those.
queen.
She's great in those movies
Yeah.
as well,
Even though she hated it.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford, they asked him if it's fun filming a Marvel movie, too, and he was like, it's work.
Yeah.
Like, it's not fun,
we're just
fun.
like, whatever.
Yeah, that's the thing. Harrison Ford, that guy, he does rule because he's been around. I mean, Star Wars, like you don't
Yeah,
get
it
any
was-
like crazier
Right.
than those fans,
Right.
right? So he's been around bullshit for like all the time.
I love how
and-
much he hates all the questions.
Exactly.
Too.
I know.
Because I like that he, doesn't give a shit anymore. Because I bet you, like, even
I mean, he still does like Star Wars and stuff, but
Oh,
like he's
sure.
probably so sick of just hearing it constantly.
Yeah.
100%. I'm sure there's a lot of times in like those guys' lives, like him, Mark Hamill, and stuff, where they're like, actually, the word as cool as or as much as you owe to the fans, they're kind of the worst part about this whole fucking
Yeah.
thing.
Dude, yeah.
Right.
And Star Wars fans are the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think like people who are big fans of like huge franchises and stuff, they get this idea in their head when they see the finished product of like, oh, it must have been like this on set and it must be like this. It's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like being on set can be really boring, like really tiring. And like sometimes these people who are in these movies together like don't even actually interact. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if they're not in scenes together, you know what I mean? It's like I never met so and so because we're not in scenes in this movie together. I never saw them in person. You know, like
Yeah.
being on film sets can be like really boring and really annoying. So
Definitely.
I think like people like forget that. They're like, it must be
And
so cool.
People
It's
in
like,
franchises
sometimes.
too get like all these theories of how they want it to go.
yeah.
Too. And it's so annoying. Like,
Yeah.
dude, just enjoy it.
Star Wars is definitely like
Like
because they
the
said
last Star Wars movie sucked. Like
well
Right.
that Last
sequels.
Jedi one, that movie, even I gotta say, is so bad.
that movie's
Yeah.
That
terrible.
movie's
It was
awful.
a shame.
Yeah,
like
it sucked.
bummer.
But oh fuck, what was I just gonna say? Oh, like they booed because Daisy Ridley is gonna be in a new movie
Yeah,
at
I'm
like
excited. I
reprising,
think
right?
she was good.
Yeah.
She
I
was
liked her
good, dude.
She's a
And
good-
they,
yeah.
they when they announced it at like the Star Wars Day or whatever, people like booed and stuff.
That's crazy.
I think all the
nuts.
characters in the sequels weren't bad, but
Except-
I think the way they made
Yeah.
them like interact and shit was
Mhm.
just terrible. Like the characters were like Poe was alright,
Oh, Poe was sick.
Finn was sick,
yeah.
Finn was cool.
Yeah.
Ray.
Honestly, even Rose.
People
if
gave her
they
way
did
too
her
much
dirty.
shit.
They
No,
did
I
her
didn't like
dirty.
Rose.
I think they just did her dirty, honestly.
But like to bully a real life woman off of
Yeah.
the internet,
It's
like
fucking
that's
crazy.
psychotic. Like
yeah.
get
They
a
did it to
life.
Daisy
like,
Ridley too, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they got everybody on that one.
Yeah.
But I guess you know what?
Adam Driver was great though. He was awesome in those movies.
King.
He's
He
absolute-
really is.
I
He really
love Adam
is.
Driver so
Oh
much.
my gosh, true Jewish heartthrob, love of my
The
life.
Marriage Story.
Amazing.
I've only seen that one scene from it. I can't watch that whole movie.
What?
Movie's good.
It's
It's
gonna
a
be
good
too.
movie.
Because
I-
it'll hurt you too much.
Yes, because it'll hurt me
Mhm.
too much, Emily.
Yeah.
You know that's why.
It's an actual good movie.
It's
though.
I'm
good.
sure it's
It's
fun.
really
I'm
good.
sure it's phenomenal, and I bet you. But that's just it. I can't handle it. Dude.
I
want to
see that movie 65 so bad.
I
Like,
heard
where he, like,
really
goes back
bad
to, like,
things. We
I
saw
don't
the
even
trailer
care,
for it together.
like,
Oh,
where he
did
goes
we?
back to like
In
the
Ant-Man
dinosaur.
when he's hunting
like,
dinosaurs.
Oh
with
yeah.
the little
thing is,
girl.
like,
Yeah.
I don't even care if it's bad. Like, I
Mhm.
like him so much, I don't give a shit if it's terrible.
Dude, that's kind of how I am too about him though. You ever see that show Girls that he was in on
yeah,
HBO?
that's the first thing I ever saw him
He was
in when I
fucking
was like a
hilarious.
preteen, and I was like, "Who is this man?"
He was
like,
so funny.
but he looked like shit in that show, kind of. Not like shit, but like
He was like a
was-
dirtbag.
yeah, and he was like
That's
a lot
hot, though.
less
That's
like
kinda-
filled out. He was a lot, you know.
Do you
he
remember
was,
the
like,
scene where he
really
got
thin
hit
and,
by a
like,
car and he goes, "Fuck!" It's so funny.
That show was funny. As much as like Laura Dern is like
She
a,
sucks.
or not Laura Dern, Lena Dunham.
Lena Dunham's.
Yeah, she's
That show is not bad. Whatever.
It's funny.
Yeah, I remember it was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah,
was really hot for a second.
Mm-hmm.
because I am Driver. And it's where he goes, "Good soup." Like
I know
that-
when
that-
they're like breaking up, he's like,
they're breaking
good
up
soup.
and he's
They're, like,
eating
breaking
soup and he
up.
goes, "Good soup."
it's really funny.
It's so fucking.
But yeah, I only had like one little problem with 13th Year. I really loved
Was it Sam?
Again, it was like who?
Sam,
The girl. She was annoying, but like, whatever. Cause like felt like a real movie. All the prosthetics were like really cool, really good.
Mhm.
My only problem with like the plot wise is like, why did she put the baby on land?
Yeah, that is a good.
Because-
She was obviously swimming with the baby before she got spotted. She
Right.
could have just kept swimming.
Right,
with
I
him.
think that's what. Didn't she get like spotted? Didn't she have to like rush out of there? I think that's what it
that
was.
she was like going to do that anyway
Mhm.
and just like happened to be seen.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was just like, why? Like,
They-
because she like waves to the guy all like flirty at the end. You know what I mean? Like when he crashes his boat and she like waves to him, and she didn't seem like she cared about being seen
That's
You know what I mean?
a
'Cause she like
great
waves
point.
to him.
Maybe she thought he
So-
was gonna die in the boat crash.
Like I wish there was something that was like, oh, like our people were under attack, or like, you know,
Right.
just something. Like I know she doesn't talk.
Any excuse.
Just something. Because if the thing is like, oh, they don't get their tails and stuff till they're 13, then this would be like that can't be the reason, because then that would
Yeah.
be happening all the time,
Exactly.
everywhere, all over.
Yeah, it wouldn't
Like,
be the only kid ever.
There would be like 13-year-old fish children like everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that
the
would be
only
such a
thing is,
crazy
like, why?
thing. Like that's just how mermaid society works.
Yeah.
Like you just leave your baby
Yeah.
like that. Every
Right.
kid grows up.
Or
to
I-
that.
Turn
That is
13.
wild.
Right, because I thought that maybe it was like because he was given up so early, he like
Adapted.
adapted to like be on land, but like maybe if he were underwater his whole childhood, he
Right.
would have turned earlier or something. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know. Yeah,
But,
because
like-
in Jess's book with very specific
Very
lore in it, when it
specific.
says the whole
Hey, Dad wrote it. Big John wrote it.
Big John
Bring him
didn't write
home,
it, dude.
John B.
They just found it. They just found that was just written in a book.
Oh,
Just
Yeah.
crazy.
His
the,
dad
the
had
Mermaid
it.
Bible.
Yeah,
Right.
the Mermaid Bible.
So that was
Mermaid
my only
Jesus.
thing is like, why is she getting rid of him? Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter.
That's
and maybe
true.
we don't need, she doesn't talk, so who's she gonna tell? Whatever. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
they talk telepathically. I think.
yeah.
Like,
Which kind of also sucks.
Yeah, like it
Would've
would have
cool
been
she
good if
just
the
said
mom
something.
talked to the real mom. You know,
just
Sure.
once.
But
like-
again,
instead that we had to do the.
they got
telepathic.
the motherly connection though, dude.
God
I
damn it,
kind of
don't
like
say
that. I
that
kind of
again.
like that. No, I kind of like that because I liked that. I liked that. Cody's mom was like, "I'm not giving you up," as kind of crazy as that was.
And then she goes,
yeah, and then they just stare at each other real hard.
she's like, you know what? Go in the water, Cody.
Fuck outta
He's
here.
like,
Get
what are
in
you gonna
there.
do? Just like keep him in the bathtub? Like,
Yeah.
you gotta do something with him. Like,
Get a pool.
let him swim
Ah.
around like fucking like Shamu.
They live
just,
on
like,
the water. He
Oh.
can
just
just
like
go in
depressed
there
in
for
a
a
pool
few
and
hours.
just like.
They have a giant fucking beach house. He
That's
can
true.
just
They
go
do
in the
live
water.
on like a cliff.
Yeah, that's true. The ocean's right there.
Yeah. Like, how are they never going to see him until the fall? Like,
Well,
you could just go out there.
Presumably, there's some kind of mermaid city or something that he's gonna go and like learn the ways.
Yeah,
you
but we
know?
just saw two dumbass mermaids.
They don't seem super bright.
She was a dumbass.
She did seem kind of dumb.
She didn't have a plan.
She had no. She
She
didn't.
just like went back hoping that those people still lived there 13 years
Yeah.
later.
Right. What if
the-
they had moved to like Montana or
Yeah.
something, somewhere where there's
Then
She had no
water?
idea where they could have lived.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's no way she could have known where.
I
those
don't think she was
people
keeping
lived.
tabs on Cody. How could she have?
Yeah,
Right.
she's in the water.
And maybe that's why they're just like, maybe they are mer people just dropping kids left and right. But maybe that's why we
strong
haven't heard
ones
about
come
it
back.
before. Yeah,
It's
kind of.
survival of the fittest.
It's like Jess said, dude. It's survival of the fittest. That's fucked up, but I
Yeah.
think we stumbled across the answer
There
on
we
this
go. We
one.
got the theory.
Because even like despite all this, it doesn't make me dislike the movie anymore.
No.
You know what I mean? I don't care.
Still a good
It's still
movie.
really good.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you
That's
guys
one-
rating it?
I'm going like 8.
I was thinking 8.
8 sounds good to me.
All right. We all agreed on a number for the
8's
first
across
time.
the board. Yeah.
Last
Probably-
time there was a big fight.
I might go up. I might go up on 9 actually. Nah, well, no. If we're doing the Disney Channel scale, I'm gonna give it a
It's a
9.
Disney.
If Brink
I'll give
is
it
a
9.
10,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I think I
Brink
gave
is
Brink a
obviously 10.
9.
yeah, I think you maybe didn't give it a 10.
No.
I feel like
I'm
I
waiting
would've
for a
remembered
real
that.
good one.
It's.
I thought
never gonna
that,
come.
Godspeed.
Thought Can of
Godspeed.
Worms was sneaking up on me.
You're crazy, dude. That movie. I still feel.
Those are the
tired.
kind of movies I want to watch in this. I don't want to watch like these. I want to watch Can of Worms types.
Oh God, I disagree so
more
hard.
Can of Worms.
Yeah, I wish it got
Oh.
a sequel, to be honest. I thought there was...
You should write to them and tell them this.
Yeah,
and
can
then
we get
maybe
Can of
they'll
Worms sequel and maybe,
greenlight the sequel?
you know, we could just make them gay or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there
Pride
you go.
Month.
It's Pride Month.
Yeah, write a Can of Worms sequel.
Yeah, you know what?
Send it to him.
We got another Mike Pillsbury adventure on deck.
God.
I'm not of this world.
I hate that guy
Except
so
then
much.
it's Mike Pillsbury as an adult and his son is cool and like sports, and then he
Nope.
still wants to leave because Mike Pillsbury as an adult is like, I'm still a nerd
Obsessed
and my
with it.
son hates me.
He's gonna be obsessed with aliens.
He's gonna be. The
He wants to
Obama.
fuck the booger one.
Ugh.
The lawyer?
Yeah.
All right. I mean that pink one was giving it out for free.
Yeah, but somebody went with her, didn't she, in the movie?
I don't think
I
so.
think they all just like
somebody
disappeared at the end.
Yeah, they all left. 'Cause
Oh,
of the
she left in
phone.
her phone.
They all
her
ran
cell
away.
phone.
Her
Because
cell
of-
phone.
Yeah,
Yep, that's what
that would
happened.
have been kind of a funny thing. Like, I think the thing that movie was missing was kind of a big
a likable
John
main character.
Well, 100%. Any likable
Any
character.
of them, any single person except the dog.
But
I didn't even
like a big John-esque character who is kind of, but like a mean, like the typical version of the Big John that we see, like a mean one where he's kind of like tracking Mike Pillsbury the whole time, like I'm gonna prove that the aliens are real. And then at the end of the movie, if he kind of went with a pink one,
that would have been
then
hilarious.
that would have.
Yeah.
There's so many ways that they could have that movie would have been better.
Movie was
it's just so
movie was
bad
a train wreck in the best way.
in the worst way, dude. That movie
Nope.
was
I
not.
liked it. 7.5 or 6.5. I gave it.
Dude, we walked out of here after that, and I'm like, I'm not sure
You
if I'm going to
both
be
had
able
your
to do
head
this
down.
podcast
I
anymore.
thought I was like dozing off at the end of that.
It was
movie a
so
little bit.
bad.
You guys are crazy.
No way, man.
It was
You're nuts.
shorter than 13th Year is the craziest part.
No, I know. It was like
Yeah.
an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
because they were like, nobody wants to watch this.
I
What?
did.
So Smart House is next on the list, which we're gonna wait a week to watch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Which I think will be fun. I think there'll be a lot of stuff in there too that's like, you know, the way that Back to the Future is kind of like, this is what the future might look like.
Right.
You know, we
Yeah.
get to see like a 90s kind of glimpse in the future,
Yeah.
which could be very fun. But next week we get to watch My Day with the President's Daughter.
I'm so excited.
which-
When you suggested that,
dude,
I was like, oh
because
my
we have
God,
to
yes.
watch it. Like that was one of the main reasons when we thought that it was a
Swore
Disney
it
Channel
was-
movie. Yeah, could have sworn. They definitely showed it on Disney Channel.
Right.
At one
They
point.
had, they
ABC.
had to have.
Yeah.
I feel like I watched it on Disney Channel.
I think yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If we're talking about movies with songs,
That
13th Year.
song,
probably the best. My Day with the President's Daughter song.
banger.
It's
Banger?
so good, dude.
by the
Really?
Presidents of the United States of America.
Is
Is
that
the name of the band. Because
really?
they're like a real band. Yeah, like they have actual like music
Oh.
from
Like
like
real
the
music?
90s and 2000s. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty
gonna
good.
be great. The brother from what's that show? Boy Meets World
Mhm,
is the
mhm.
star in that movie. I think that that's gonna be fun.
What,
I'm excited to
what
rewatch
do you guys
that.
think of the parents in this movie?
Dave Coulier's a hunk.
He is.
Yeah, he looks good in this
He looked
movie.
damn good,
he looks
dude.
way
Yep.
better
He
than he
looked
ever
good.
looked as Uncle Joey.
I know.
They just
Mom?
gave him normal hair.
Mom had some red
Dude,
flags.
once the mom was all like, I don't like doctors, and I'm going to get my son acupuncture, I was like, maybe
Natural
top tier
healing.
worst parent in these movies. And
She's
there's,
pretty bad.
there are some bad parents in these
Yeah.
movies. And this mom was the worst.
No, the one
Ah.
sent one to Earth.
Because
They
she thought she was
banished
doing
her.
what was best for her. I don't know. I'm sure this mom
I
feels
think
that way about vaccines.
Yeah.
But
I think Xenon's dad was worse than Xenon's mom because Xenon's dad was just letting that
He's just being
happen.
a little bitch.
Yeah, exactly. And he knew that it wasn't necessarily the best thing for his daughter.
Yeah.
It ended up working out, I guess, but he still sent her there. But I think that I think the mom goes to the top of the list as far as worst
So
parents.
worst dad is from Xenon, and worst mom is from 13th Year. So
yeah, because most of the time the moms are just kind of like, go talk to your
Yeah, they're
son."
very
Oh.
sweet.
You know what I mean?
it's
Like,
usually the dad.
they're
that
trying to be,
we
like,
don't- you
understanding.
dislike more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the
Yeah.
But like at least in this movie, they like let him go at the end, and like when, they get it right out of the way. He shows them. He's like, I'm stuck to the ceiling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're like, oh shit, you're telling the truth. Like
Yeah.
they're like in on
And he
it the whole
shows the
time at
scales.
least. Yeah.
That's another great point and a thing that this movie does well
Yeah.
that like every other fucking teenage movie does not is like
I
we
know.
have to hide this
Yeah,
from
it
all
would
the
have been
adults.
it would have been
It's like-
Sam, Cody, and
Yeah.
fucking Gilbert.
Yep.
Going around trying to figure
I
out how
know.
to.
Because I hate when they make that like part of the conflict of the movie. Like there's already a conflict going on. I don't need this other unavoidable conflict. Like I don't care about that. Just
Yeah.
let his parents find out. Whatever.
All in all, they were pretty solid
They were
parents.
fine.
Yeah.
You know?
She does let the doctor see him eventually.
Right.
I think.
Eventually.
I think Smart House.
The mom's dead in that
Mom's
movie, I
dead.
think.
Yeah.
Because then the house tries to like
Be the
Be the
mom.
Be the mom.
So that could end up being the worst mom.
the mom who died and left their kids with
No,
a
the
super
crazy
intelligent
house mom.
The house
Does that
doesn't count.
count?
No, the house doesn't count
Oh,
as
'cause
the
she
mom.
wants to be the mom.
Yeah, she's not actually the mom.
Yeah.
Which I think Alexa is trying to do that. I think Alexa is trying to, in real life, I think the Amazon Echo is trying to replace the matriarch of the household.
You think so?
I do.
They're like getting rid of Alexa like voice things on like Echo Dot or whatever. They're like not investing money into like running Alexa on the Echo anymore.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
You know why?
I don't know. This is like
Because they're afraid of a smart house situation?
Maybe.
I don't
a smart
think
house?
Alexa worked on my Echo. I have one.
I have one. I like it.
Isn't that like what they do? Aren't they like Alexas?
I mean,
They show like pictures and shit.
Oh, you
Yeah.
got one of those ones?
Yeah.
Or like
The one with the
alarms
screen.
and like
Yeah.
I use mine as like an alarm clock.
Sure.
Yeah, me too.
But because it's just like I don't want to play trivia on my Alexa. I don't want
No.
Alexa to play fart noises. I don't want to. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
just
not.
need a
I didn't know.
clock
I didn't
under
know
my
Alexa
TV.
could do that.
What'd you say?
Actually.
I just need a clock under my TV.
Yeah,
That's
kind
what it
of.
comes down to.
Damn. That's literally like the butter robot in Rick and Morty. Like,
Yeah, what is my purpose? You give me butter. Oh.
You're a clock underneath my TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be worse.
I mean, we can keep this one kind of short. Is there anything else to say about the 13th year?
I mean, it was really good. That's
It
why I
was
feel
good.
like I have nothing really to say.
Mhm.
It's like I can't make fun of it too much.
I feel like the whole like the aesthetic of this movie wasn't super heavy. Like this is the 90s. Like this is the 2000s. You know what I mean? Like no one had like
Interesting.
frosted tips.
True.
I mean,
Jess had some
Jess
crazy
wore a
clothes.
big ass shirt a couple times.
every
which is, like,
every
a
day,
staple.
every
Yeah.
day.
He's probably wearing hand-me-downs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
but,
probably
like-
Big John's.
that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. I'm like, those are his dad's clothes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was definitely much more like we live in a beach town rather
Yeah.
than like we live in the 90s at a skate park.
This is
like, you know what I
90s.
mean? Like, so
That
I
was
feel like
Brink.
we're like getting out of that aesthetic a little bit,
Maybe.
like, and we're kind of like inching towards like whatever was going on.
I'm
in
excited to get in the
Yeah, good
early
point.
2000s. I
Bad.
haven't seen many early
Yeah.
2000s like Disney Channel originals.
Yeah,
Like I think around like High School Musical is about when I was watching
Mhm.
like those Disney movies,
Yeah.
and I didn't really watch any of the old ones before it. So I'm excited to see
Mm-hmm.
those ones
Yeah.
because I like Smart
yeah.
House, like Halloween Town, like everybody's seen those.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I'm ready for I'm ready to go in the trenches.
Because how often did they like replay these movies? You know
Not
what I mean?
very
Like,
because like they play the bangers. I felt like
yeah, like Halloween Town. I'm sure they
Sure.
were playing
and they
constantly.
play Hannah Montana 1,000 times instead of playing under wraps.
Right.
the
You know what I
middle of the
mean? Like
day.
there
I
were
mean-
some that probably were played a couple times, and then they
Yeah.
were like, no one wants to watch.
Yeah,
this
maybe some
anymore.
of them, but like, I know this one was on like quite a few times.
Yeah, I feel like
You
this
know?
one. Yeah.
Even when my younger cousin, who is I guess, he's 8 years younger than I am,
Mm-hmm.
when he was like in elementary school or something, I remember like, you know, being over their house and like this movie was on.
Yeah.
So that you
And
know,
you're like, holy fuck.
that's exactly what I was like.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, this Jesse kid somebody needs to watch this dude because he's gonna hurt himself.
You should be on a list.
He should be on a list. But what a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
Still doesn't take away from him. Jesse's the king. Definitely made this movie. Definitely king of the Gilberts.
Yeah. Oh
Best
yeah.
all time.
Great little squad in this movie.
It was a good little squad.
Yeah. Excluding Sam.
Yeah, she was.
She just couldn't make up her mind. She just was
Yeah.
she was
Tell-
a real
You know,
flip-flopper.
She's like,
She's
why
a-
don't you tell me everything?
she's
And
a
then he
preteen
tells her
girl.
everything, and she's like, this is too much for me.
She's a preteen,
It's like-
you know?
Sure.
She's a middle school girl.
She comes around at the end.
Yeah.
Whatever.
She came
Whatever
full
happens
circle.
to Sean?
She was
We never see him again after he's like running around after the swim meet.
Right.
They started pushing each other in the hallway because he said he was
Oh,
cheating.
Oh, yeah,
right,
yeah.
right.
And then we didn't see him again for the rest of the movie after that. So
Yeah. I mean, Sam's probably gonna have to.
break his heart. Go back to him?
No, I mean, I do think that he and Sam are gonna end up together. Not
think-
I think Cody and Sean was that kid's name.
I think
Yeah.
so.
He looked like a Sean. Any '90s
did.
kid could be named Sean.
Yeah,
That
whatever.
kid was so white, though.
He was really
very white.
pale for living in like a beach town.
Yeah.
He was pretty pale.
Spending all his time in the pool, baby.
That's
It's
true.
Chlorine.
He's-
He's actually black, but the chlorine bleached his skin.
Bleached his
Yeah,
skin.
and Michael Jackson him. Dude, Michael Jackson swam like 5 hours a day. That's how he got
Is
like
that-
that. That's what happened.
Yep. Look it up.
Well,
Wasn't-
another great
Hey.
podcast in the books,
He should have
folks.
trusted doctors.
Shouldn't. God damn, dude. Should have taken a note from Cody's mom, Michael. All right, let's get out of here.
All right.